special thing from my mind was there was just a level of trust and comfort and confidence about us that we thought we could hang with anybody. We thought we could play with anybody. And that was partly because we had 4 senior starters, Birdwell, Cooper, Devins, and DB, who played together for 4 years, and probably the most success of any class in the history of Princeton volleyball. One, I remember knocking Penn State out of the semis and just realizing that someone else was going to win the East. It began to become such a accepted truth that they were always going to win. And so even though we'd beaten them in the regular season, that was at home and it was a regular season game, and to beat them 3-0 in the semis and realize someone else was going to the Final Four was just a great feeling. And second, I remember in the finals, we won the first 2 games very tight. And the third game we were up big. I kind of looked around and realized that we were going to win and that we were going to Hawaii and we were going to the Final Four, and just remember thinking, we're going to do this. 3, I remember calling my parents from a payphone in the lobby of the Golden Dome in Rutgers to tell them that we had won. And trying to remember where. I remember not knowing where Glenn had gone. He disappeared for like an hour after the game was over. I still don't think I knew where he went, but I know that he was nowhere to be seen. And then 4th, I think a member of the women's team had brought a bunch of plastic leis in the hopes that we would win. And so there's a photo of the team all wearing plastic leis that I think we all have a print of. The whole thing was pretty first rate, frankly, at a time when the program was still, we were still riding in a van, and the buses that the team travels on now were well beyond us. We were in a van, and I think you got one uniform for your whole time when you played. Maybe you got one a year, but it wasn't the high-profile program that it is today. So getting to fly to Hawaii, getting to stay in a nice hotel, dinners, and the whole setup was just first class and a great experience. And for those of us who'd grown up in Southern California playing against guys, at Pepperdine and at UCLA, what a great feeling to show up the Princeton Tigers, first time ever in the Final Four, and say, yes, I went to school in the East Coast and went to a small program, but we still got here and we made it to the promised land. So that was a great feeling as well. The game itself, less memorable. Really late start, big time difference for us. We didn't have a ton of practice time in between winning the East and playing. Obviously the result left something to be desired, but great experience playing in front of a big crowd at the Stan Sheriff and playing in front of in a big arena, and certainly still a positive memory. I think this may be the first time that the whole team has been together since the spring of 1998. And we lost 4 guys to graduation that year, and the team kind of struggled to find its way forward, I'll say, after that. But this group of guys will always have that season, and the fact that we got to the Final Four, something that no other Princeton team has done. Had done before us or have done since, and that's something that nobody can take away from us. And even though we have spread out geographically and we're dispersed and obviously don't see each other very often, what a great feeling to get back together with the group that was capable, or that produced such a great result, and got to the Final Four and won the only EIVA championship in the history of Princeton men's volleyball program. It's just a great feeling and wonderful to be back with everybody and reliving these wonderful memories.